Good evening, good evening, good evening. Come into the J Spot, replacing your G Spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best night of your life. Your host, Jaye and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the J Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time, on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jaye. You guys, Lady Lotus will be here after the first half. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Also follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And Jaye is spelled Jaye for all three. Now listen, while you at it, I need you to go on to two more locations. We need you to go to TikTok and to YouTube. So TikTok, follow us at the J Spot. That's Jaye. And then on YouTube, it's the J Spot Radio. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Want to thank you, Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jaye. Thank you, 180 Real Talk Chicago, the J Spot page, Grown and Sexy Conversations with the J Spot, Grown and Sexy Conversations, 30 and Up Doing Us, Tyson Smith, Marshall Commando, the Real MVPs, Pit Life, everybody that rocks with us, Keisha's Candles, Simply E's Corner. Thank you, everyone, for rocking with us. We definitely appreciate it. Please, please, please continue to like and share. Tonight's episode is being brought to you by the J Spot Airbnb. You all, it is so beautiful there this time of year, you guys. The beautiful Christmas lights on the Chicago skyline view is second to none. So definitely check us out, the J Spot Radio, the J Spot Airbnb, and we'll have that link posted for you in the comments. We're also being brought to you by Delaware. He has his hoodies out, you guys. Perfect hoodie season. Listen, I was rocking mine. Baby, let me tell you something. That thing is so doggone warm. You definitely have to grab you a couple. That's Delaware. Go to his page. We have his link posted also. Delaware Inc. being brought to you by the J Spot. Also, you guys, BK the Barber. If you are in Houston, Texas, you're looking to get lined up, get that beard right, get a little lining at the back. Listen, check out my boy BK the Barber. We have his link also posted in the comment section. And again, guys, J is the reference code for all three, and that's Jaye. Guys, I missed y'all so much last week. And just to make up for it, I have so much to talk about. So much so, listen, we have so many great hot topics. Let's just get started. So first, you all, we know that we are in the Christmas season. Let me say this, you all. Please do not stress out trying to go and buy all these expensive gifts. You all, we are right, dead, whatever they want to say, but we dead smack. I'm going to say dead smack in the middle of a recession. You all, I nearly fainted. I went to the store just minding my own business, as I always like to do. And I'm just shopping, just moseying on, just minding my own business, trying to get to what I need to get to. And lo and behold, I'm looking, you all, eggs. Now it's just me. A dozen of eggs, almost $5. I looked at that egg and I was like, this chicken better have a golden hoo-ha for me to be sitting up here paying $5 for this egg that just some months ago cost 99 cents a dozen. I say, now look, I'm sitting in the store, I'm looking at the eggs, and I'm just trying to figure out what makes this egg a $5 egg. I couldn't figure it out. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead on and I'm gonna bypass. And you know what? I went right out the store, left the eggs in there, and guess what I did? I went right to my favorite food chain and gave them $6 for a cup of for a latte. So what I'm saying is, get your priorities right. The priority was not the eggs. The priority was the latte, to just sit there and think about what the heck is going on in this world, because this is some bull junkie right here. So yes, I can give you $6 for my latte, because my latte is an absolute necessity. You know, you have to have the latte just so you can make sure that, you know, you don't fly off the handle on anyone. You know, it's just the bull junk. So, you know, you have to have your priorities. So if you have to choose between the latte and the eggs, I'm going to definitely go with the latte, hands down. But listen, that decision is not for everybody. Now, that decision is not for you all that have small children at home. And you got other people that's dependent on a meal. Because when I got home, I was like, well, I didn't get the eggs. So, well, let me go ahead on lay on down. I ain't gonna have nothing to eat tonight. I, chose the latte over the eggs. So, but though that decision only affected me. So you all, again, with this holiday season, I love this time of year, but please do not stress yourselves out trying to go buy all these expensive gifts, toys and all these gaming systems, all this unnecessary stuff. I mean, it may seem necessary at the time because everybody, listen, wants their children to have a great holiday. I get that. But let's not go crazy. And we have to teach them, definitely the value of money. I'm so thankful because, listen, you all, I'm gonna be so real with you all. When my son was growing up, and he'll jump on the line to just verify. Listen, what I was look, them back in the day, the little Toys R Us book, the big book. I forgot what it was called, but it was a real big book that would come just full of toys and things of that nature. So all of this stuff would come, and he would watch the mail. Like, he knew when it was time for that book to come out. So he would watch the mail, and when that book came, he was just so excited. So he would go through the book, and he would just go through and just all the pages, just all he had his little marker, and just go through, just start every year marking the pages and putting his little special little notes by the gifts and stuff that he wanted. So I would go through the book, and I'm just like, this man acts like his mother is out there working these street corners, because the stuff that he had, everything, it was just, what do you need 7 electronic different cars for? We don't have all that space for that. That's the first thing. It's only one person. What you need with all this? Then just everything, just all this expensive stuff. So me, I'm like, you know what? I want him to have a great Christmas. I want to have a great Christmas as well. So let me just go ahead and get this bull junkie out the way real fast. Let me just go through. So I used to go through his little pages, and I'm going to tell him what's not going to be up under that tree. Don't expect this. Don't expect that. Don't expect this. I say, your mama don't hold, your mama work. Don't expect, listen, your expectations are too high for what I got going on over here. I'm not going crazy. I wasn't the parent that's going to be running around to all these stores, fighting with people over who to get in line for over this gift. And, they got the last Tonka truck. I was not that mother. I'm not that shopper. Listen, I'm not doing all that. Not doing all at all. We're going to be reasonable. If you don't understand what reasonable is, then I'm going to ask Santa to bring you some understanding, because that's what you're going to need. I'm like, listen, all these tuition fees, because he was in private school in grammar school. So I'm like, look, don't come to me with all that, all this unnecessary stuff. Plus, the thing is with these gifts, you have to be very mindful, because I stalked Christmas gifts. Let me tell you something. So I would get him some of the things that he wanted, and he was happy. all that ish, but I'm like, all this big, what you need a big house for to go in you. Listen, like all these little girls that want all these little Barbie doll houses and the cooking shoes and all this. I'm not, listen, I wish I would waste $300 on a Barbie house that in 2 weeks is going to be broke. I'm not doing it. That's $300 down the drain. I am not doing it. I'm going to get you something. I used to get nice gifts and everybody would be happy. But the main thing is I was not stressing out and I was not going crazy trying to run around and spend outside of my budget, spend outside of my range. I was never into all of that because at the end of the day, you have to live. There's life outside of Christmas. And Christmas, you know, the spirit and the theme is to give. So it's not to go crazy. We have definitely distorted what Christmas is really all about. So we definitely, you know, gifts are good. Don't get me wrong. Spending time, the festivities, all of that is great. But it's more to it than that. And we have to make sure that we're instilling that in our kids, because if we're not, then these folks are just going to grow up and be materialistic and superficial, like a lot of these adults are. You're materialistic and you're superficial and you have unrealistic expectations. And that's why a lot of these conversations and hot topics we're going to talk about tonight are as a result of that, because we are unrealistic and we have superficial values and all this other craziness that hopefully we're going to get to the bottom of tonight. But don't stress out. Do not stress out. Don't go broke trying to buy all of this extra stuff, because here's the thing. First of all, somebody would love to be in your shoes. Somebody would love to be the one gift that you may get. Someone would love to have that. So we have to definitely teach that same thankfulness and gratitude to our kids. But ain't no way. We're not doing all this. Listen, this is not the time to go out there and be buying all these $600 game systems. This ain't the market for that ish. We are in a recession. All these $70 video games and all this ish, where they may be 100 down because they were 70 just on a regular market. But now the time that we're living in right now, where everything is shaky, all this ish is going up and down, be mindful and be wise on how you spend your money. Be mindful and be wise, because again, buying all these gifts, listen, the stuff that I used to get him, he would find his favorite toy, he would play with it, and I'm like, I would notice, like, man, these are the only toys that he would play with. Let me tell y'all what I started doing, and am not ashamed to say it. Listen, about 3 weeks, by the end of January, if them toys wasn't open, because he used to have so much stuff, toys wasn't open, baby, I started taking them toys back to the store and getting my money back. Yes, I did. I would take all the unopened toys back. And I did this for at least like 3 or 4 years in a row until he got older. And he was like, what you doing with that? I said, I'm taking it back to the store. He was like, why? I say, because it's almost Valentine's Day and you ain't opened these gifts. So that means that you didn't want them. I do want them. I just wasn't ready to play with them. I said, well, listen, your playing with them session has an expiration date on it. If these things have not been cracked open and been played with by the end of January, this issue's going back before that return policy hit. This issue's going back to the store. I ain't play no games. I'm taking all this stuff back because you weren't playing with it. That's just a waste of money, sitting up there. You see it, oh, I want this, I want that. Grab it, and then your little ugly behind don't even play with it. Take that stuff back to the store, you all. And listen, don't feel bad about it. Don't let nobody make you feel bad. Guys, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we got all hot topics, baby. And I got some good ones for you. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Been easy, because it's true. I would not believe if someone would have told me you would come along to reveal my soul, cause I was done with love, my heart had grown cold.
walk in my life and place the joy where was needed. I don't mirage what I feel for you. Put that on God, girl, I'm loving you. Said it's easy. It's easy to love. Easy to love. Said it's easy. It's easy to love. Easy to love. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Loving you has always been easy 'cause you're beautiful. Loving you has always been wonderful, more than you'll ever know. We got good chemistry, go together like love sex. The passion and care we show one another tops all the rest. The feelings I have for you, I ain't felt in so long. What we share together, baby, the bond is so strong. It's no facade of what I feel for you. Put that on God, I got love for you. Yeah, said it's easy to love. Easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. It's easy to love. Easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. It's easy to love. Easy to love. Said it's easy. So easy to love. Easy to love you. Loving you has always been easy 'cause you're beautiful. Loving you, yeah, is what I search my life to do. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, listen, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. While you're at it, you all, go ahead on right around the corner. Go to our YouTube, like and subscribe our YouTube channel, the J Spot Radio. And then after that, just one more. Go to our TikTok and just like and subscribe and follow us right there on TikTok. And that's the J Spot. And again, Jay is spelled Jaye. Now listen, you all, our first hot topic. Oh Lord, we have to do better. We absolutely positively have to do better. But what do you guys think about this? Now, the lady, she was proposed to, and the guy that proposed, he gave her like the tiniest ring that you could ever imagine. It was just a little, listen, the band, it was thinner than a rubber band. That's just how thin that wedding ring band is. I'm trying to pull up the picture. If I can pull it up, then I'm going to post it in the group. Well, what do you guys think? Ladies, would you get married to someone that presented you with a very small ring? Would you get married to someone, the ring was so small, there was no diamond on it. It was just a little rinky dink, some kind of crazy looking band, but it was a very, very small. If this ring costs, I kid you not, if the ring costs $5, that would be too much for this particular ring that I am referring to. What do you guys feel about that? Ladies, would you be okay with a very small ring? If that was all that he could afford, would you be okay with a very small, inexpensive ring? Or does the price of the ring matter? So if the ring was tiny, would you be okay with that? What are your thoughts on that? Because, a lot of times we make listen, the ring size, some folks, it's very important. So listen, we got to be honest. When you talking about the ring, it's just like, okay, yeah, we want the ring, da, 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 da. Is that size of the ring, is it important? And if so, like how big is, how many carats are you expecting? Or, you say, you know what, Jay, listen, all that ish, doesn't even matter. As long as he loves me, then that's all that matters. Because some folks really, some folks feel that way. I'm not on that bandwagon. And let me tell you why. So the picture of the ring that I saw, I'm not taking that ish. You could take that ish and take that right back. I'm not doing it. Don't bring me no craziness like that. Don't you dare bring that little. Listen, you'd be better off not bringing me anything. You'd be better off just saying, you know what? Let's just go get matching tattoos or something. What you're not gonna do is bring. Listen, first of all, as the husband, my ring represents you. That's what society is saying. So we're going to do this right. Like, if that small ring is all that you can afford, then I can respect that. But what I would say to that is, listen, maybe you got some other things that need to be worked on. It's some other priorities that you probably need to work on before thinking about getting married and taking on a family. Because if your resources, if your money is funny, then listen, we going all into this whole marriage with everything just jacked up. And now we're going to have problems because finances, let's be honest, finances is a big part of why people get into it when they're married or when they're cohabitating. Finances are a big part of it. So we can't act like, you know what? No, it doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. The size of the ring, it doesn't matter. Here's why it does matter. And let's not say, listen, for a woman that can actually honestly say the size of the ring does not matter and what he has doesn't matter. Listen, I can respect that. But don't you get with this man and then start arguing with him because he don't have the money coming in. You knew he had the money coming in before you got married. So don't lie and say that you can accept something and respect that when you know deep down you don't. Don't go. Why you playing with people's emotions? Why you playing with this man now? Because now you done got him. Now you talking about him. Yo, bro. I almost said, they didn't tell me I need to stop saying my favorite little word. But, yo, you broke boogaboo, yo, broke down bus, no tire having, no gas in the car, all of that. But you said that it's okay. As long as he loved me, then that's all that matters. But see, we got to stop lying like that, ladies. Some of us will be lying just to get him. Then you wheel him on in. You knew he ain't had nothing when you got him. So what you cussing him out for? You know he ain't had nothing. You said that it was okay. So now why is it not okay when you guys are together? Now you got him. Now you talk, look at this old ring. Couldn't even afford to buy me a real wet, ladies. Y'all know when we get mad and we get heated, baby, these mouths can be out of control. So what I'm saying is, if you know that the ring and the size of the ring is a problem, be honest. Be honest with that ish up front. Stop making it seem like it don't even matter. As long as he loved me and we getting married and all this and that, it does matter. It does. It does. Because again, that small ring is saying something. Now I can see, what he's saying. You know what? Listen, this is a small ring. This is just to start off with. I'm still not wearing it. You can give me a tattoo. We can get tattoos. We can get something else. But I'm not going to wear no little thin. Matter of fact, I really don't even know if I want a wedding ring. That's just me. I'm more open to some other things that will, symbolize our love. Some conventional ways, non-traditional ways. So I'm kind of open about a lot of things. But you're not going to give me that little ring. That's what we're not doing. You'd be better off coming to me with a gift card to my favorite coffee joint than to bring me a little piece of ring like that. You would be better off. If you know anything about me, you would be better off. Don't come with that little, just look at it, be like, no, I'm not even gonna try her like that. I'd be better off just listen, take that to somebody else. But be honest with it. At least I'm not gonna sit up here and make you think like, oh yeah, you can just bring me any other thing as long as you. No, you can't. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. And I'm not even saying I want the biggest ring and flashes, because to be honest, I'm not really even a jewelry person like that. If y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. I'm not even really a jewelry person like that. I'm really not. Really not. So I mean, I'm flexible on that. But that little ish to me, when I saw that little ring, it screamed, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. We gonna struggle. That's what the size of that ring said to me. We finna struggle. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sign up for that. And for those that say, well, at least he loved me. And listen, try telling that to ComEd and NICOR and the person that holds your mortgage or your landlord. Try telling them that ish and see how far that gets you on your bill. It don't get you very far. I can tell you, they don't care if you love each other or not. They just gonna tell you, Jay, your bill is due on the 17th. So we need to know, are you calling to make a payment today? They don't care if Roscoe loves you or not. They really don't care. Those folks just want their money. That's all they want. So for you saying that, oh, well, no, if that's all he can do right now, then that's all he can do. Y'all lose out on good men and stuff like that because y'all running them away. Well, listen. Run away. I can't. I mean, listen, run away. I mean, because I'm not about to walk into a stressful situation when the finances are not right. Oh, well, you don't believe in working with your man and helping him to establish himself and get himself established and all this and that. Well, it's a few different ways to answer that question. What do you mean by working with him and establishing? Because listen, I'm all for supporting a man in his dreams, building his dreams. Listen, we all need support. We all need encouragement. We all need cheerleaders. We all need teammates. We all need people that believe in us. But do you want me to believe in you and be there to support you? Or do you want me to pick you up and carry you and do it for you? That I'm not going to do. We not going to be sitting up here doing no, we not going to. What are you doing? Have you laid the foundation on what it is that you're trying to build? Are you doing the groundwork? Do you believe in your business? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in what it is that you're working towards? Because if you don't believe in it, then what you want me to do? You want me to do it for you? So listen, ladies, listen, be mindful of the ish that you're signing up for. Again, I don't think that it's fair to tell these dudes that you can accept all the stuff that they cannot provide, and then you get with them, and then you get mad and you get cussing him out. You knew his financial situation already. So my thing is, why get with him and complain? If you're 100% legitly fine with that ring and where he is, where he stands financially, then go for it. But if you're the woman that knows that, you know what, it's gonna be a problem, then say that and stand on your ish. Don't sit up there and make it seem like it's all good. Oh, I'm gonna pay for the wedding. I'm gonna do this. Because if he can't buy the ring, I promise you he's not gonna have nothing on the wedding. He's not gonna have nothing on the wedding whatsoever. Then you're gonna be look. It's just I see it. I've seen it. Now he listen. Now you treating him less than. Now you talking to him like he a kid simply because you did everything. But that was the position that you put yourself in. And you saying, Jay, you get all of this from the size of a ring. If y'all seen how thin and little that ring was, then yes, you would be saying the same thing. But there was so many women on the post and on the comment, they were commenting, yeah, I would accept it. I would accept it, as long as he loved me and this and that. Again, what's love got to do with it? That's what Ike said. Ike Turner, rest his soul. He said, what's love got to do with it? Tina, she said, look, what's love got to do with this? These utility companies, they don't care nothing about y'all being in love. So when you're getting married and thinking about going forward, then definitely be mindful of that. But be honest about what you're willing to accept. Don't just tell people anything just to get them And then when you get them, you know that you're not satisfied with the conditions. Now you start talking crazy. Don't do that. That's all I'm saying is let's not waste each other's time. If you know that their financial situation is not pleasing to you, don't sign up for it, because I'm going to tell you, finances is a big, big, big part of relationships and marriages. You have to be financially compatible. And we're going to talk about that next year. We're going to talk about financial compatibility and some just ways on how finances are definitely tearing up marriages, because you may have a spender over here and a saver over here. You may have the 800 credit club over here and the 250 or something. They don't even have credit. You got some folks out here and they listen, I don't do credit cards. The moment I hear a grown somebody in they for 30 plus, especially in their 40s say, I don't do credit cards, I don't do credit. I'm like, oh baby, what you been doing all your life? What you been doing your adult life if you sitting up here saying you don't do credit and you don't do credit cards and things of that nature? How do you not, if you plan on living in this society and getting and building and growing going forward, how do you not do credit? How do you not do credit cards? I don't understand. If you intend on being counted in the financial sector of society, how do you not do credit and how do you not do credit cards? Cedric, you're saying it's called living within y'all means. What part is called living within y'all means, Cedric? What part is that considered? But you definitely, credit is important. And again, guys, in the new year, we're going to definitely have some people on that's going to talk to us about building credit, that's going to talk to us about credit cards and business credit and just all of this good ish to strengthen relationships and families, one conversation at a time, because guys, that is our goal. So we definitely have to make sure that we are being mindful of that. And just to curtail into the credit and paying things, the next post and the next hot topic, it said, he said, single women only. He said single women, not the married women. But he said, do you expect a man to pay half, all, or none of your bills if you own your own spot? Why or why not? Do you expect a man to pay all, half, none of your bills if you own your own spot? Why or why not? Guys, if y'all want to talk to me, 708-223-8953, 708-223-8953. So he wants to know, single women, do you expect the man that you're dating, and it didn't say if they live together, they just stated that they were seeing each other. Do you expect him to pay all of your bills, half of your bills, or none of your bills? Do you expect the man that you're dating to contribute towards your day-to-day expenses? So ladies, I kind of want to know what a few of you all think. What do you think? Do you expect a man to pay all, some, half, or none of your expenses? Like, do you expect him? He doesn't live with you. He got his own place. You got your own place. But do you expect him to contribute to your household? Like, how does that go? I mean, to me, I'm just like, I don't know, where did this come from? Now, maybe I'm looking at it through the wrong lenses. Maybe I'm looking at it, from the wrong perspective. But go with me, guys. Why is he like, do I expect him to pay anything? No. Why am I expecting him to pay my expenses when, if I'm looking forward to moving on to something meaningful with him or anybody else, I should already have my ish together? Because if I don't have my ish together, then I don't need to be dating. I need to be focusing on building my ish up. That's just how I feel. Men or women, if you don't have your financial ish in order, then why are you dating? You got other things to focus on. Like, you have literally, I really feel like that. Like, I can't focus. If my money ain't right, my stuff ain't right, I don't want to be bothered. Period. Like, I'm not like, I'm not good company when when my money ain't right, when my stuff ain't adding up, I'm not good company. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't understand how other people find time to be jovial and your bills are due. You got ish out here that's over here that's outstanding, but you can be out trying to search and find love. No, I'm trying to find another side hustle to pay one of these 4 light bills I got or 4 gas bills I got. Listen, you talking about paying half this, half. Listen, take one of these properties and pay all of that ish off. That's so look. So the half that these folks is talking about, I'm just like, you talking about half. I'm like, now for me, I'm like, okay, let's break this down. Half what? If I got 5 properties, am I expecting him to pay 2.5 of my properties, or are we just talking about half of my individual personal household bills? So like, I'm looking at this whole situation totally different, but in either scenario, I'm not expecting him to pay anything. Like, this is my ish. I need to have my ish together before you, with you, during you, and after you. My ish is going to be tight. Period. Period. Like, if you decide to do something for me, great. Great. But do I expect it? Nope. Am I asking you? Hecky no. Now, ladies, I know, somebody tell me, help me. But how do you ask a dude for never been able to do it? Never been able to do it, because I just pride myself on being able to take care of myself. And don't start with that, oh, well, she an independent. Listen, no, it's not like that, because I'm not saying, listen, if he want to pay this mortgage over here, thank you, beloved. Thank you. I sure appreciate it. Listen, bless your love. Yes, you want to pay it next month too? No problem. Not going to turn it down. But am I going to call you up and be like, well, since we together, I think that you should stop paying one of my mortgages. I think you should pay my note on my Airbnb. I think you should pay this car note over here. Why? If I can't pay my own way, if I can't pay my own stuff, I'm not going to be sitting here entertaining you, because I got to figure out how to make my ish. I got stuff I got to get together. So this rule doesn't just apply to the fellas. Listen, if my ish ain't together, I don't want to be bothered. I don't know about nobody else, but I can't focus on being on a date. Listen, my lip gloss don't even pop right if I ain't got my bills together. It just don't. It don't even shine. It's just a dull glare, because I don't feel like being bothered. So you don't even get the ray of sunshine. When my finances ain't in order, I don't even want to be bothered. I don't. I'm not good company. I'm not a good date. I'm not. Listen, I'm just not. When my stuff is together, you got the best version. But when I'm trying to figure out what's the next move, that's the time. I don't want to be bothered with nobody. Nobody at all. You can expect to just listen. I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm doing what I have to do. Paying half. Why is he paying half? Like, I don't understand. Like, why is he paying half? He got his own stuff. You got your stuff. He got his stuff. You a single woman. He a single man. Your responsibility, his responsibility. Again, if he want to put a little something over here, then listen, we're going to accept it. But am I going to go begging and asking for it? We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it at all. But here's the thing I want to say. For ladies, here's the thing. Like, dudes I really believe this in my heart. And fellas, correct me if I'm wrong. But when a man got it together and his finances is on point, and he see you got some stuff going on, and if he cares for you, then he's going to do it automatically without you even asking him. So if he knows that you got 12,000 mortgages and his issues together, he got it to do, he going to do it for you. because he care about you, because he want to see you winning and he want to see you living your best life. But all these dudes are not like that. They're not like that. So it's just like for you to have to ask a dude that you with for something, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It just depends, because now, do I think that men are mind readers? I absolutely do not think men are mind readers. But I do think that if you seeing that she got a lot going on and she ain't asking you for nothing, but as y'all talking about y'all day and just life and just figuring out, man, it's slow over here. This is going on over here. Da 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 da. A man that is in tune, that cares about you, I just believe that he will offer to help you out if he sees that you're struggling. Fellas, am I wrong about that? If you care about this woman and you see that she's trying to, finagle and get things together, she's trying to stay afloat, would you help her? And ladies, vice versa. If you see that he got all these side hustles going on, and listen, if inflation is high and all this other issues going on, would you be like, you know what, man, my soap business or whatever is doing really good right now. We really popping right now. Like, I got more, I got extra money, extra inventory, extra income. Coming in. But man, his t-shirt business or whatever, his t-shirt business is slow right now. Let me help him out. We do for each other. We're a partnership. At least that's where you're supposed to be going with that. Like, if I believe in you and you believe in me, I'm rocking with you, you rock with me, then we do for each other. We do for each other. But it's just like, people ain't on that. Most people are out here playing games and wasting people's time. It's just like, you too good and grown. Like, if you don't see the benefit or the value of being with this man or this woman, move on. Like, why are we wasting people's time? Like, just kick all of the rocks. Free yourself, rock out, move on, do what you have to do. Like, why keep coming around people that you don't really see yourself being with? Why keep coming around somebody that you don't see a future with? So again, for a woman to expect a man to pay half or all of this or all of that, why should he? Cedric, he's saying exactly. If he truly about you and your well-being, he would do that. Absolutely. I'm just like, he don't want you struggling. He see what you're trying to do. He see what your goal is. He believes in you. He believes in what you're dealing with. So when people ask what you bringing to the table and all this and that, listen, cheerleading abilities, co-pilot abilities, that's the ish that's supposed to be coming to the table. Listen, I'm a ride for you. You fall, guess what? I'm there to catch you. So you ain't gonna never have to worry about hitting the ground because I got you. But we talking about all this, if he can't buy me this and he can't, listen, look, get on out of here. Listen, if you can't take care of your own bills and your own self, get out the dating pool. Ladies and dudes, both alike, get out the dating pool. Don't nobody want another dependent. He not trying to come in and date you and pay all your bills. You should have that ish already together. Then if you fall on hard times or things are happening, like there's a shakeup in the market and the inflation and stuff. Now, see, these are different situations. You had it together, but unforeseen circumstances happened. Now, listen, it's just shaky. Do you help that man out? If you rocking for him, why not? Do you help her out? Why not? This ain't the same as coming to the table with the little ring and you can't afford ish. Listen, you already walked into the relationship of struggle. Those not the ones I'm talking about. If you already struggling before the relationship, listen, build your foundation before you even go trying to take on somebody else. Because fellas, if you are, especially in a 30 plus age range, if you are serious about going forward and getting married and having a family and leading a family, you cannot be broke and do that. I said what I said. You can't be broke trying to go into no marriage and have no family. You just cannot. Who's going to be the breadwinner? I thought that was supposed to be what you were supposed to be doing. Now I'm going to fall in line and we're going to figure out what percentage, who going to do what. But you cannot come to the marriage with lint in your pockets and expect her hoo-ha to be happy to see you. You just cannot. I said what I said. You all, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into, guys. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Yes.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, heads turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20-piece. Cause girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Yeah. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. No. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that clone on. Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that clone on. Why you gotta look so good? I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Yeah. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. No. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Put your hair done, nails done, when you put your clothes on. Why you gotta look so good? It's something about you. When you put your clothes on. Why you gotta look so good? When you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Oh, when you're at the job, just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club, turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor, giving more, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting them wrong, wanna know why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, your nails done, when you put the clothes on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
And it was a promise ring. Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. And sitting next to me, we have my co-host, the lovely, luscious Lady Lotus,
Ooh.
esthetician,
Yes.
Chandler.
Ooh.
Mother of a group. Listen, them
Woo.
dudes, them cool dudes right there, and a little lady.
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm great.
Good
How
to
are
see
you?
you. You know what? Listen, I'm doing great.
Awesome
You know what?
sauce.
I'm doing great. I said, head was off last week. I said, yep, I'm gonna have a whole lot to talk about today. I said, y'all know how I get when I get off.
Yes.
When I come back, listen, this mouth is just gonna go like 1,000 miles. And today ain't no exception.
And the week just wasn't right. The weekend wasn't right without you. I feel like I missed something.
Me too. I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm like, why do my throat hurt? It has my vocals have not been exercised like they should. I say, I just gotta talk. So I just been around the house just talking. I'm like, who is you? Okay, ain't nobody over here just talking, just the talking
to the birds,
just the talking. But guys, listen, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot, and Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Now wait, before y'all done, listen, I need you to make a detour, go right around the corner, go to YouTube, like and subscribe to our channel, the J Spot Radio. And also, one more, go to TikTok.
Yes.
And follow us on TikTok. And that's the J Spot. And again, you guys, Jay is spelled Jaye. Boom, pow, boom, boom. That's how you do it right there. Boom, 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 boom. Bada boom, bing and bada bang, bada boom. You know, I was beating off for Thanksgiving. I'm trying to see. I was beating my little nephew up. I was beating him up with bada bing and bada boom. He was up there crying. And as he was crying, I was like, boom, take that. Take that. Just take that.
I got to tell y'all, if y'all want to see some funny stuff from the holiday, please go on the J Spot TikTok page, because these little boys was just beating people up. I mean, it's just about, I think it's about 3 or 4 of them, just tearing them up, just like, come on, who you in here messing with? We full now. It's time to fight.
Girl, them little boys, them are great nephews. I'm just like, you know what? Listen.
And then I heard somebody in the background talking about, who kid is this?
Yeah.
Who does this kid belong to? Didn't she tell y'all that's how we go?
That's how I tell people. I'm just like, my family, when these folks get to talking about, kids and women with kids and baby mamas and stuff, I'm like, in my family, like, that's really not like, I have a huge family. Don't nobody care. Like, it's 1,000 kids. And like Lady Lotus just said, we gonna be turning around and be like, who done dropped their kids off and done left? Sugar, who is your mama? And that's just how many kids, it's just like kids. Listen, so we don't turn, listen, we will hem them up now. Let me tell you something. We'll put 1 or 2 of them in the corner. Listen, you gonna get you left them over here. They gonna get treated like the ones that came through this bloodline. So if you're not ready for that craziness, then you can't leave your children. They not going to be able to make it over here, because we sit your kids in the corner. We going to, pull them up back and say, hey, what's wrong with you? You doing I want my mama. Oh, you want your mama?
We all your mama today.
Well, first of all, who is your mama? Like, God dog, you done left the kids, turn around, leave the little kids, say, have you ever went to your family house and everybody over there? And you like, shoot, it's all these kids over here. I go ahead on the slip out. Ain't nobody gonna know I'm gone, because there's more kids here than it is adults.
I'll be honest with you. I was usually the one slipping out for a little bit. I'll be back. Y'all deal with y'all. Y'all deal with y'all nieces and nephews, because they've been working my nerve for 9 months. Y'all can have them. I'll be back.
Girl, I'm like, they definitely feel like that. Like them little kids. I'm like, listen, we could toss a coin. I could take one of them, but I'm not going to be able to take 2 of them at a time.
Listen, out of the whole family, y'all can split them up, because them 5, I'll be back. And I'll be glad, I didn't get to walk out on your little buddy this holiday. We was in the house sick. Daddy was sick, so we stayed home. But I should have walked out the door on both of them.
Girl, listen, that's a little lady right there. But you guys, listen, speaking of kids and walking out on them, now you all listen, let me know what you guys think about this. So the young lady, she's on a date. And so the guy, her date was late. First of all, let me just say this. Lord, please let this be a skit. Please let this be a skit, because we cannot be this ignorant. But Lord, please let this be a skit. Okay, so he shows up. I guess she waited at the restaurant. It was like, I don't know. It was one of the popular 2 for $20 type chains. It wasn't nothing too expensive.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so he showed up an hour and a half late.
Oh, I wouldn't even been there that long waiting on him.
So for the date. So as the date is coming to an end, she calls the waitress over, and so she starts ordering extra food. So she starts ordering food for her kids to go. She was like, well, since you was an hour and a half late, the least you could do is order food, pay for my kids' food. So she ordered a T-bone steak. She said she had an 8-year-old son and a 6-year-old. So she go to ordering all of this stuff. And so the guy telling the waitress, no, I'm not paying for that. Don't put this on this bill. She was like, put it on his bill. He ordering this, he getting this. I'm just like, well, I'll be doggone it. But what do you guys think about that? Should he have, without being late or not, is this guy entitled, is he obligated, rather, to purchase her children's meals? Is he obligated to buy her kids a meal since they went out on a date? Regardless of him being late or not, is he obligated to buy her children food? What do you think about that, Lady Lotus?
I don't know who come up with this stuff. Every week I am just in awe at the stupidity of humans. That's why I'm a weirdo, like Gonzo. I'm an alien, because humans, male and female, young and old, is something wrong with y'all. No, he is not obligated to buy her kids food because he was an hour and a half late. So in my mind, she sat there, she plotted that. She planned that whole thing out. That since he late, he buy my kids food. No, he not.
You all, I don't understand.
Who sits in a restaurant for an hour and a half waiting on something? Baby, you got about 15 minutes and I'm ordering my food. I'm having a date with myself and I'm leaving.
You sitting up here, and then she got the little waitress co-sign. The little waitress about to lose her little job because you sitting up here getting
going back
involved
and
in
forth.
These people.
Spat. The waitress got in on it. Yeah, you got to send me this video.
Yeah, you need to go ahead on and you need to pay for the meal. You need to go ahead on and buy that man up and this and that. I'm just like, oh, little baby.
Ain't no
baby
way.
Girl, like, wait, what you talking about? Like, what you got to do with this at all? Like, you have absolutely nothing to do with these folks' conversation. So you need to get your behind out of here and go take another table because you are the weakest link. Goodbye. But
there is no way. There is no way. Okay. How was the camera? Was she recording this?
He was recording it.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if somebody else was recording this is a skit.
And that's why I'm hoping that it was a skit because he was recording it. So I'm hoping that.
Did he catch it at the beginning or was it in like.
It was
in
like
her rant?
It was in her rant. Like,
no,
so
this couldn't be a skit.
It was dead smack in the middle of it. And I'm just like.
No, this wasn't no skit.
I'm like, we got to do better. That's all I can say.
She ain't going on no more dates.
At all. I'm just like, first of all, little mama, if you made the decision to sit there and wait for him, so why are you going to feel that he is
penalized,
obligated to buy your kids something? You could ask him to buy them something if you felt that was appropriate.
But why are you ordering an 8-year-old a T-bone steak? You was ordering that for your man, the other man that's at home. You was ordering that for them kids' daddy.
Exactly.
Because he didn't know you was going outside. You thought
who that meal was for. That's exactly who it was for because it was not for no. First of all, what your 8-year-old, do your 8-year-old got a tapeworm or something that they eat? First of all, at 8 years old, you don't even need all that red meat. First of all,
8-year-old want to eat a T-bone steak?
First of all, your little system can't even digest all that. What are you talking about? Like, give me this.
And these kids today, that little girl don't eat nothing but salmon. I'm still trying to figure out why don't you like anything but salmon?
We have to get our expectations together, you all, because this was it was so hard to watch this exchange because the girl was dead serious. She just felt like, okay, this guy owed her, like, oh, you gonna get my kids something. Bring it over here anyway. Like, see, Fam
There
was
is
good.
no way.
Fam was good because
I would have paid
mine.
mine and left.
I exactly would have left. I'm like, I'm not about to sit here and record this conversation. I'm not about to sit up here and entertain the foolery. I'm just not about to do it at all. We're not doing this. So if you want these T-bone steaks and all of it, listen, you put it on her bill. She needs to open up a separate tab. But as for me, I'm closing this one out. And yeah, that's just what we're doing here. We're going to close this one out. But listen, here's the deal. Stop. Guys, look, that was so low budget. That was so low budget. I'm just like, you know what? Your vibration is low. His vibration was low for sitting up there even constantly entertaining that bull junkie. I would have just like, my nerves is bad. Like I don't have the energy to sit here and go back and forth on, like I said no the first time. And that's just it.
I would have hit that way to what I said. It's my card or my dollars. I'm not paying for anything except what we just ate. She lucky I'm paying for that.
And she got the run of her mouth, so she would have been paying for her own stuff. You paying for your own ish, baby girl. Now, since she want to put her foot in her mouth,
shucking up
she can pay for all these little wines and she's sitting up here sipping on. Listen, matter of fact, all I had was the bread and the water. She gonna pay for all the rest of this ish that she done set up there at 8. If she want the kids to eat, then she can feed the kids too. That's now
the audacity.
That's the first way. But see, now ladies, listen. Here's the flip side, because there's always a flip side. The dude that's feeling you and you was good company and he trying to see you again, I'm gonna tell you what he gonna do. You want to order something for your kids? You know, the dude that's trying to see you later on tonight or again tomorrow, the dude that got some, you ain't got to see. This is what I got to, ladies, you got to understand this. Dudes, you don't have to ask them for nothing.
No.
If they feeling you like that, if you the one, they're going to do it automatically. You don't have to ask these dudes
you
for
speak
nothing.
It and it's done.
Can you please say that again, lady?
You speak it and it's done.
You don't.
And you shouldn't have to question it. You shouldn't have to.
I can't remember the time that I've ever asked a dude for ish. Nothing. Not even these little funky rings I got. You know, that's another conversation. But no, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I cannot remember. Oh, man. Even back in the day, you know the story. Like,
come on,
look.
I'm telling you, your mama hungry. Your sister, and your brother hungry. They got the kids. My mama, my sister, my brother, and my daddy.
So it's just like, so I'm like, this is new age. Like literally, when women are saying that they are asking men for stuff, I'm like, where are these dudes that you got to ask for something? Because I haven't had to ask a dude for ish. Like,
I'm asking because you might not know. I need you to send me $20 right quick, but I don't want to hear your mouth. He just sent the $20. You shouldn't have to beg. You shouldn't have to wait 2-3 hours. I need a little quick $20. Can you send it to me?
I'm just like, I'm telling you, I'm just like, it's just been super crazy. And I'm like, it's not a lot. Like, if you got my attention, then you got my attention.
Right.
Now, listen. But for the guys that I'm entertaining and we like talking, like, and listen, and I learned this by default. It wasn't even like, this was just young, just coming out the gate. And I was like, wow, it's like that. Like all I was saying, you said ask it and put it out there. Now I wasn't feeling but that's when I found out the power. It wasn't even the power of the P, because the P hadn't even been
be the power of your essence.
And so I'm like, I just remember telling them, just young, just moving into my first place. So I was telling the guy all of this, I'm like, I'm excited, I'm finna get this, all this and that. I'm excited about what I'm about to do. Next week, everything that I was about to do, he came and everything was done. And I'm just like,
I'm just gonna say the good old 90s.
Yeah, that's
the good old 90s. Because I remember that too.
Man, now listen, now I will tell you, fast forward now, going forward, it was a lot of stuff that he did for me. The last thing he did, though, he did put a root on me, had me throwing up, sick, all kinds, because, wouldn't break out. Listen, that didn't grant you that didn't grant you access to the thighs.
On you.
Yeah, he put the roots on me. He had that voodoo stick, and my dumb butt touched it, thinking calm stuff. Yeah,
Got to be more careful.
So yeah, you do. I'm just like,
careful.
Talking about some. Well, let me go ahead on and take you out. I'm like, well, shoot, that was Saturday. That was River West night. I'm like, no, sir.
We don't do that. We going.
I already got.
That was our night.
I already got plans. I'm like, I already got plans. Now I done get. So wait a minute. You mean to tell me I done bought all this food? I done got all this stuff turned on, the light pay.
Not on
I
River.
ain't should have do.
Not on River West night,
baby. He sit up there. He mumbled something in his tongue, in his language, and all I know is. Baby, I had the chills. I was throwing up. My stomach. Let me tell you, my stomach was like, I was like, my head was. I told him, I was like, this man done put a root on me.
See, I wasn't even expecting all that. You gonna say he mumbled in his language and it was over.
Man, I'm just like, what the heck did I got myself into? I'm up here. I'm just like. I'm thinking I had got cold and sick from being half dressed at the, because back then, listen, we could wear the skirts all the way up to here, the little shoes.
I remember my outfits used to be folded up in my purse, and I hated purses, y'all. So my purses probably was about the size of this phone.
Man,
Jamela say, "You ready to go? Hold on, bitch.
Let's go.
My outfits in my purse.
Let's go." I'm just like out here, like the weather that now. My anemia acts up, and but back then it's like it didn't matter. Girl had them little old shoes on,
standing in the line,
leave the coats in the car because we was not going for nobody's coat check, baby. We was going up in there to get it in. But baby, let me tell you something. He put that root on. Oh, no. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like,
why don't I remember this story?
The cab driver.
Oh, there's the memory.
Woo! I'm just like, you all. So let me tell you something. Don't let this lip gloss fool you, because I didn't listen. I'm telling you, I didn't have my share of run-ins. Like, I'm telling you, I'm about to get my head cracked too many times. I'm like, wait, so you do this? So I'm supposed to have to do the horrors. So you want to juice me for all of this?
But
I got to juice you for this.
But I heard what you asked for and I provided.
I'm like, I ain't asked you. You wanted
an American woman. This is what you do. I buy you things. You give me nookie.
Because he sure told me you're gonna need to be giving me some loving. I'm like, ooh. I'm just like, after all of that stuff, I'm like, I ain't gonna be able to. I'm like, shoot, I'm about to call my friends from this west side on you. If you don't get up out of here, I'm about to call D-Ray, y'all. Hey, D-Ray.
Is that right?
We got a little problem over here, D-Ray. But needless to say, after that, I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to be sitting up here. If I got to get a root put on me because I don't want to be giving no loving, well, you shouldn't have did all of this stuff. So
that I didn't ask you to do, sir.
Right. So that was the only time I got a root put on me, but
thank goodness. Be careful.
But the thing is, he offered, it started off, this was like 6 months worth of stuff too. He's just like, you know what, Wayne, look, I gained way too much, I spent too much money, but I just thought that they was nice. Guys.
And you know what? That's how naive a woman can be, because we don't have to be interested in you. Woo, and we not letting off no S's or anything that we're interested in you. And you just coming with stuff and we looking at it like this is a blessing.
Right. And so he figured since I was young, he thought, like I say, I'll be telling y'all.
Dumb and
right. I'm like, listen, don't let this hood listen. We know, look, where I'm from, we know how to listen. We know how to get down. So don't even worry, listen. Okay. You think you don't
let the cute face fool you.
Don't come up on the back of that milk car and they sitting up here. What happened to Uber Jabba?
Look, somebody let the commando girls in.
Like I'm saying, I'm just like, but that's how it was. But I'm just saying, like, it was like I never had to ask a dude, even though most of them didn't turn out to be crazy like this in the end. But I'm saying it's like I didn't have
Jumanji.
Right, he said something. I don't know what he said. All I knew is I couldn't keep nothing down or in one way or the other. I wasn't I had already had my son, so I'm like, oh, listen, I'm done having somebody's cheering. I'm done with these childbearing. And I hadn't, as he said, I hadn't given him no loving. So, it was, I never thought it was that. I knew instantly, because the way I was half dressed.
Like, you ain't River Westing it tonight.
Right. We used to always be half dressed like that, and
you
I never got sick. So I'm just like, yeah, it was that stick that I touched. It was, if y'all remember, how them voodoo sticks, it was one of those sticks. And I'm like, he was getting my stuff out the car. He was like, can you hold this for me, Jamila?
Oh, he set you up real good. Can you hold this for me?
My dumb butt, I'm like, yeah. He got all this stuff to get out the car. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, take that stuff in the car.
Thanks for telling me don't hold nothing. The cab driver say, oh,
baby, let me say
don't hold nothing. If the cab driver asked y'all to hold a stick
that was
now.
A mighty price to pay for all that stuff. But you know what? I'm just like, you know what? Look, I'm not finna be sitting up here messing around with these foreigners. So I'm gonna go ahead on. You ain't finna try to marry me and ship me over there, and then I can't get back, because they weren't gonna let me back over here if I got over there. So, but the long moral story is, if a dude is feeling you, you ain't gotta ask him for ish.
No,
you really don't. Like he's gonna provide if he's feeling you. It's conditions.
If he's in there,
and it's levels to it. If he's feeling you and he down for you, he gonna do it. Like he's gonna, even if you don't need it. Like dudes just like to do stuff for the women that they into.
It means that they care about your well-being. They care whether you got food in your refrigerator. They care whether you got gas in your car. I'm not. They care about you, and it's not about big old bags and red bottom shoes. It's your well-being, and that's the most important thing. I feel like
it truly is, because it's just like, again, a man is gonna do it whether if he wants to or not. But to sit up there and ask a man, oh, you gotta buy my kids something, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, it's Christmas and whatever, you was late and this and that, he ain't gotta do ish. He don't. I wish that they stop passing this narrative on. If he want to do it, guess what? You ain't got to ask him for nothing, because before y'all finish up, you know what he gonna say? You want to get your kids something?
Even if he don't say that, on the way home, he might say,
you want to stop somewhere?
We was out a little bit later. Are the kids okay? Do you need to get them something to
eat? Whether he's sincere about it or whether he's just trying to get whether he's just trying to get the hoo-ha. The fact is, he did it. Now, all of it ain't gonna be sincere. That don't mean
go running and giving him the hoo-ha. No, he bought the kids some food.
That's bae right there. No, some dudes are just raised right, or some dudes. Now, I'm not gonna say just because he don't offer that don't mean he wasn't raised right, because some dudes' pockets ain't like that. But if his pockets like that and he was raised right, he gonna do it, because it don't cost him nothing.
And this ain't a first date thing, y'all. Okay, he done got to know you. He probably done met the kids a couple of times, or he ready to meet the kids, and that's his way of coming on in and saying, the kids hungry. Should we stop and get them something to eat?
And that's the thing. And I think that, like, single mothers, a lot of them want to hear that. Like, before you even think about entertaining and going on with this guy, it's just certain things that a single mother is listening for, like, to see, like, are you even gonna ask about my child? Are you even gonna, like, if I was dating a dude that had kids, I'm going to inquire about your kids. Every conversation or every other conversation, how your kids doing? How they da-da-da-da. Because I'm invested. Like, if you got kids, why not ask them? Like,
because they're not going nowhere. I don't care if they're adults. They're not going.
Absolutely.
They're not going anywhere. So he should always be asking about them.
And it's just like a man or a woman that don't inquire about the well-being of your kids, even if they don't live with you, or like Lady Lotus was saying, even if they're grown. Like, to me, I just think it's tasteless and tacky to not ask about a person's kid or their family.
Right,
like, how is your family? How is your mom doing? How's like, how your people doing?
Yeah.
Competing them. How everybody doing?
Because if they not asking and involving themselves within your life, then they're only there for you. and you're a package deal of everything that goes along with you. How is work? How is school?
How's everything? So it's
How's
just
the
like,
show?
ladies, it's like we've got in a habit. Some of us are just putting more pressure and putting more expectation. And I'm going to say energy into dead situations. See, we got to learn when to just let it go. Like we hold on sometimes. This situation is dead, and you just, I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna make him love me. I'm gonna make him see it. I'm gonna make him.
You can't. You can't.
When you wasting your time,
Yes.
just let it go. 3 years, 4 years, you not it. And I know that it's hard to say, and it's hard to let me drink some water, just to take a little sip so I can say it again. You not what he checking for. Oh, he been with me for 4 years.
He keep throw it in 50 million circles.
He keep coming back because you keep giving it to him. Of course he's gonna come back.
Cedric said if he was paying attention to you when y'all converse, he'll already know that. Real talk.
And see, this is coming from a man.
True, Cedric, but you still inquire when she doesn't bring it up. She shouldn't have to always bring it up.
Facts.
In conversation, she might not be thinking about her mom or her grandma in this conversation, and it's up to you to say, hey, I ain't heard you talk about your mom in a couple of weeks. How's your mom doing? Your sister or this person or that person. Like with me and my guy, we gotta step on each other back to make sure, hey, I ain't heard you talk about your daddy. You called your daddy. Oh shoot, let me call dad. Thanks, babe. Little stuff like that.
And it's just like the little things like this. This is what shows you, like, you don't have to see. My thing is, you don't have to always ask a person where you stand or what y'all got going on.
Yes.
It's right there. Sometimes when we ask, we just want to, make sure, like for me, I'm like, I ask just before I bow out. I'm like, all right, just want to make sure. I'm like, I made sure, I done crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's, because once I exit, I'm done. Like,
we don't backpedal.
Bye-bye. We're not opening up this chapter again. So I make sure that, okay, you acting like this. All right, this is all right. Got you. Kimosabe. All right, we are going, mouse, and that's it. And I've learned, see, you all, that's why I like this 30 plus age range, because you just leave.
Yes.
Just leave.
Because you begin to know what you want, and you begin to get it and understand it, and you leave some petty childish things away that you thought of in your teens and your 20s that you thought was,
hurting them, or it was doing something.
And you learn that I don't have to do this. Even if you're in a place and it's like, I'm not getting what I want. This don't feel right. We're going to talk about it. Let me hear what you got to say. And guys, I'll tell you, a woman will plot her exit without you even knowing she's plotting her exit. But you got to slowly pay attention to, dang, she ain't doing this no more. She ain't doing that no more. Because she slowly... You didn't hear something, and she's slowly plotting her exit.
And it's just like, she's detaching from the situation, because some people, especially when you put years into a situation, sometimes it takes you a minute to just, okay, I know I gotta go. Let me just start detaching, because sometimes it's hard to just leave because you don't want to come back. So she noticed she ain't coming back. So she like, okay, let me get all of this ish out. Let me just make the separation so that when I go, I'm at peace. And this chapter is closed. And do not ever say anything to me again. And I'm not mad at you for anything.
There's no hate in this moment.
There's no nothing like
negative.
I'm at a peaceful place in my life. I wish you well. And that's it. Like, that's it. It's no drama. It ain't no texting back and forth. It ain't no calling. I always said I'm the easiest person to break up with. If you don't want to be here, just say it.
Yeah.
Just say it and listen. Okay. Well, do you have anything, like, do you want to leave any feedback? Like, what happened? If you don't,
it's basically because you wasn't listening to me in the first place.
But you guys,
And
once she detaches from
she
you,
gone.
oh, that's it. Once she stops asking, can we do this? Can we? Once you start getting, okay, I understand.
When it ain't gonna happen, huh?
She gone. And here's the thing, ladies, when he don't care, and most seasoned women already know this, you ain't no sense in trying to cry, break no tears out. Like she did all that in the beginning.
Yeah.
So she over all of that. So now once you get the, okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, I got you. I understand. She's gone.
Yeah.
She's
Once
gone.
she has that understanding that something ain't gonna happen, or this ain't going nowhere, or you not gonna do this, and this is what I desire.
It's like my favorite song was by one of my favorite songs by Teddy Pendergrass. It don't hurt no more. Not right now. It's done. He like, I done cried. It hurt it to the point where it doesn't even hurt anymore. I'm not even bothered by this ish. Just leave me alone. Tell them you can tell your people whatever you want.
What you want to tell them. You could tell them I left you. I don't even care.
Just leave me alone. As long as we not doing this anymore, that's all that matters to me.
Peace. When you hit that 30 plus, you just want peace.
Peace is something else.
So I swear, this is me right now. I just want peace. I want zen. And if it's not bringing me that, get it away from me. And I don't care what it is, who it is, how it is. If it's that little girl, get her away from me.
We got Sovereign saying we want high vibrational plates, not whatever is on our plate.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
And Cedric is saying tricks are for kids, and I'm too grown for all those games. Yes. Absolutely. It's just like, say what you mean what you say, and just like, listen, either you is or either you ain't. It's just one or the other. We're not going to be playing these Tom and Jerry monkey ball type games. That's what we not gonna be over here doing. So it's just like, if this ain't where you trying to be, then this ain't where you trying to be. And you know what, beloved, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. We got to let you find your forever home. That's what they say for the dogs and stuff that's, and cats and stuff that got to be adopted. You got to find your forever home. And this was not your forever home. And we're not going to be mad about it.
Be adult about it. Understand it. If you ain't feeling the person, if you feel like, I love you, I care about you, but I'm not going to go this far with you, let that person go. Don't block that person's blessing of somebody, man or female. Don't block somebody's blessing of the person that wants to come in their life or is supposed to be there to give them what they desire in life.
Absolutely.
Don't be holding on to somebody because, well, it's a good person and it feel good and it smell good. Like, maybe that's just all it's supposed to be. Let people go if you're not where you want to be
at all, because it's just like, again, life is too short, and it's just like, no, we not even finna be dealing with all this. We not even finna be dealing with all this. But listen, guys, this is kind of going to catapult into our final hot topic. Now we got, the comedian Monique.
Lord have mercy. Monique did.
She said, we as in women must allow Black men to have side chicks. What do you all?
See, this is where I have a problem with old women giving young women bad advice.
Ooh, child, when I read, baby, these folks went in on, I'm going to say allegedly, Monique allegedly said this, because it's, but what do you all think about that? Do you think that women need to allow Black men to have side chicks? If so, why? If not, why not? Y'all fellas, if y'all want to talk to us and chime in for a few seconds on this, 708-223-8953. Again, the number is 708-223-8953.
I'm telling you now, don't call up here with these shenanigans and malarkey.
Comedian Monique is allegedly saying that women, we must allow men to have side chicks. What do you think? What is your thought?
I ain't even got time for this. First of all men don't want side chicks. All men are not that. Now, if you talk to this man and he want to be in a, polygamy, sister wives, then that's different. But if we come into this and we just want to be us, you and me. You ain't getting a side nothing. You gonna leave with one of your side balls.
You're gonna leave one ball. You're gonna have one ball and the other one in the corner pocket.
Don't let Monique get y'all messed up in society.
Woo,
and in this world with this side chick stuff. And you side chicks gonna get put out of business sooner than later. Y'all better sit down too, because we be trying to, keep it sweet and say, take this up with your man. It's his problem. He's the problem. No, you're the problem too, sis.
You done said a mouthful later.
Girl, this mess get on my nerve. Always some side chicks and side pieces and this and that. How about you just move us all in one house, sir? Can you take care of all of us?
Because and I just wanted to hit on that real quick where you talked about polygamy. First of all, these men are not ready for a polygamous relationship. Sir, you are looking for a threesome. It's a difference between a threesome and a polygamous relationship.
But even in those relationships, they're not about everybody having sex together.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So he got to go in one room and be with that woman. You got to spend your time with her. Then you got to go on over here with this wife and spend some time with this wife. Y'all don't even understand the game while y'all want to be in the game.
Right, but that's why I say they're not looking for no polygamous relationship, because the basis of the polygamous relationship is not even sex.
It's not.
It's family.
Yes.
It's building a community. It's making sure that every woman has a man, and the women are taking. If you're in a polygamous relationship or marriage, then you are taking care of everybody.
Yeah.
You have to be able to afford to
everybody.
That's what I'm saying. So you guys, dudes, are not like, stop saying I'm in a polygamous relationship.
No, you're not.
No, you're just having a threesome.
No, you're not. You just
having sex with two women that happen to agree with you being able to have sex with both of them.
Cake,
but you're not in a polygamous relationship.
No.
Because if she going back home, everybody going back to their own separate homes, she paying all her bills, she's paying all, and you've been just paying your bills. All you doing is sexing them. That's not a polygamous relationship.
You one of those things, sir.
You just are a dude that's, got the pleasure of getting it in with two women. Which, I mean, if they on board
and
with
even
it,
if they all, because I've seen where they live, these little young folks live in the same house together. They together. That's the woman and that's the girlfriend. But it's not the true meaning.
Right, but it's not the true meaning of polygamy, because again, you're just in a relationship that you can have sex with the same, with multiple people. You're in an open relationship. You're not in a polygamous relationship. First of all, if you chose the person, go back to what the basis of the polygamous. Listen, the elders put y'all together. You didn't go out and get her because you liked her BBL, or she got this big. Ooh, man!
And the
wife,
I
bet you she do this, and they were all a part of it.
And from there, the wife chose the next wife. And then those two wives chose the next wife. And it's about what each wife is bringing to the table, because I'm the nurturer. She's the one that's going to love the kids, hug the kids, give them that nurturing aspect. The next wife may be the education. So she's good with teaching and guiding. The next wife is a cook. Each one of us is supposed to be bringing, how y'all like to say, man, I really loved her, and her. Or I loved him, and him. And if I put all three of them together, they will be the perfect man or woman. That's what polygamy is. That's what it's supposed to be. But you millennials,
and then these old dudes that's trying to be out. Listen, sir, you one breath away from needing a breathing machine. So please go sit down some doggone where. You one stressful situation from needing a colostomy bag. So please have 12,000 seats. Okay, you one look away from needing cataract surgery. So please sit your behind down some doggone where.
What they say, take 2 seats.
One stressful situation away from needing high blood pressure medication. Sit down somewhere. This is too much for you.
Papa, go sit down.
I want all that. Then she come. Now it's too much. Now you look like, oh shoot, I didn't know I was gonna be. Now they gotta. He died on top of me. Oh, okay, mister. See, See, so listen, some of y'all ain't even in the best of conditions to even be trying to hide these kind of fantasies. Just stick to your Pornhub subscriptions and keep your one woman and keep on moving. But
Pornhub, let me just say, I did not know that place on Roosevelt was still open.
we're in Cicero, Illinois.
Yeah.
Girl, that's a toy.
I didn't. I'm coming down the street and
Let me stop,
with
could you?
red lights. I'm like, I thought that place was closed down years ago.
No, that toy store still open.
That's where you go get the women. Y'all put y'all quarters in the machine. As soon as you get excited, the shit go there.
Baby. Let me tell you something. The sounds that come from up out, let me tell you, if you ever listen.
Oh, I did not know that place was still
So
open.
let me tell you, I went there with my sisters. Including
did we go in there before?
This was a couple of years ago. Me and my sisters, all of us.
Oh,
even I ain't gonna name all because some they like I ain't talking. But we went up in there, all of us. So
even the youngest.
No, except for
okay.
But the other one, I ain't gonna say it because she be always getting mad. But the one the colorful one, she was there, baby. They had like this foot long toy up in there. Girl, she got in there whacking her face off.
A plum fool.
She was like, so she asked the cashier, she was like, what they do? She was like, has anybody ever bought this? And they gonna tell her that's one of our most popular items. And it was floor length. It was like, I'm just like, whew, I don't know what y'all doing. Okay, back on top. Listen, got off topic. But look,
I can't get back on topic after that.
Hey, listen, instead of getting you, but that was a good idea though. Instead of trying to have a polygamous relationship and have a side chick, try spicing up your relationship. I like that. Lady Lois, I'm glad you brought that up. Go to the doggone toy store and see what y'all can get. Listen,
Spice
it's
it
a
up.
lot of stuff up in there. You want
it
you
up.
a side chick, go get a green wig and some. Listen, it's so much.
Let me tell you, he better go ahead and get that little half a body like I told y'all that my favorite comedian had. He drove up to McDonald's with his little half a body, and he was like, what you want to order? Y'all see that? She don't even argue. She don't even ask for none. She good. Y'all better go get you one of them.
It's so much stuff. I mean, like, listen, you all, let me tell y'all this. Go get the panties.
Oh.
The vibrating panties, but have him to put them on. I have him to put them on.
What would that do for him?
And sit it up under there. And see how much. Listen,
Jaye
we both exchange remote control. We both laugh. Be like, wow. We be listen, ringing in the new year with the vibrating underwear on. We can't even sit up here and eat our appetizers. So what I'm saying is, listen, it's so much stuff to do before you even think about bringing in another person. I'm like, listen.
Wait a minute now. We got to pedal back.
What they say?
He said, allow, question mark. I don't agree. Some been having side chicks and side families. It hasn't furthered our communities. Laughing out loud. Cedric said, just for the streets. They for the streets.
The full streets. Listen, them main streets, Cicero and Roosevelt, over there, by the Shamrock Hotel. That's them for the streets that remember the Grand Motel?
Model the Shamrock.
Wait, remember the Grand Motel on, what was that, on Madison and Cicero? Right across the street from Warren on.
Yeah. Ew. It was that one. I can't even remember that
one.
Ooh,
them places look so like you can look how dirty the windows are. And I'm just like, people actually stay up. Ooh, baby, my OCD, my numbers are just too bad for it. Like,
please don't roll up in front of nothing like that with me in your car. Please.
Baby, bye. So
I'm gonna laugh at you so hard.
You ain't listening.
You gonna take me home real quick.
I'm like, listen, if you don't get your dirty penis up out of here, we are not. You pull up to a place like that, I say, you know what? Your penis is poor. This is poor penis here. And we are not going to have poor babies.
Don't be taking nowhere near the airport either.
Right. Now you think you finna juice me and we finna have poor babies. I'm not finna have your poor man's baby. Get out of here with all this poor sperm. Sperm so doggone poor and weak, it can't even get you pregnant because, the sperm is poor. Get out of here. And then listen, she got them poor eggs. Listen, y'all both.
Oh, that's nice, Daddy. You took me to the shamrock.
This is so good. Listen, your eggs are poor. So listen, poor eggs and poor sperm, and then we not finna
poverty. We ain't never gonna get out of poverty.
We're not finna get it together. So look,
the hood ain't gonna never be better
at all.
Not with this type of behavior.
So, with all due respect, if Monique did say this, Monique, worry about why your cock-eyed husband just try. I don't know. If he want to be all and have all of the other women, then y'all, that's the type of lifestyle that you subscribe to. But stop telling folks that they need to let these dudes have side chicks. They already got side chicks and ain't nobody even told them that they can have them.
Somebody weird gonna get snatched off.
It's like they already sneaking around, cheating in the next room, talking on the telephone. They already doing all that ish. So sit up there and tell them, well, y'all need to just allow them to do it.
Private Facebook conversation.
Because it's like this. Here's the thing. So if I was to have this type of conversation, you want to have a side chick, and it had been said in the comments. So now what do I get out the deal?
That's how I do.
So you the only one. Let me see. Because when you start acting, now you got the pull down. Now you want to pull my shirt and all this other stuff. No. Have the same energy that you have when you want me to entertain and listen to what you're talking about for the side chicks and all this other stuff. I'm just saying, just have the same energy. But now you got listen, wait a minute, I ain't fully finished paying for this jacket. You can't be putting on this jacket. Can't be putting on this jacket like this.
Better watch your brother.
What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So,
but it's like when you hit them back with what they give you, they don't want that. It's the same thing with a threesome. A man is quick to be like, I'm gonna have a threesome, baby. You down? Is it gonna be 2 men?
Right, because I'm telling you, I sure got hung up on.
Because if you gonna get yours, then you know why I can't. Why you want to have? Look, I don't care what you like. It ain't about you. Remember when you said you wanted another woman in the bed, you said it wasn't about me.
I don't like women, so why I got to have a woman? If you the one asking for the threesome, so why can't I watch you get your back blown out by Lester? Why can't I I got the
See, it ain't about him getting his back blown out by Lester, because that ain't the type of man I want in the room. But you gonna have to watch Lester break my back. Is you ready for that, sir? Why you asking for threesome?
Be like,
that's why they're not down. They're not down with that, but they want you to watch them break out another woman's back. They want you to watch that. Then they want y'all to two.
I'm like, no, we can be in competition. Together. We can be in competition and see.
We're not doing that.
He licking me low. He licking me low. Oh, he licking me low. Oh, he licking me low.
Baby, did you just see what he did? Make sure you do that later.
Boy, I'm telling you, Lord, you talking about tearing your house up. Listen, don't pay no another mind to me over here with all
we
this.
Okay.
Because it's, I'm going to bring it on back. Please keep these other folks out your bedroom. Keep these other folks out your relationship, out your marriage. A side chick can't help do nothing but bring more side issues.
I don't know where y'all get all this money for families on families on families, relationship on relationship. Like, I ain't got time to be trying to have 2 men.
That's that poor
energy for that. I gotta remember what you and I talked about.
That's poor sperm. That's that poor
mess
sperm
around
and
tell him. Remember, we went to the show to go see. You didn't go there to see that with me. Oh man,
that's that poor sperm and them poor eggs. I'm like, I'm not even finna sit up here and do all this. We ain't finna deal with all. We are not about to deal with all this. But speaking of you all dealing with all this and the mess with side chicks and all of this other ish, guys. Sometimes a person is they're just toxic. They just bad, you all. Just bad blood, bad vibes, bad jujus, just bad energy, just bad, just everything. Have you ever been around a person where you was feeling so good and sunshine and they walk in and you just like, dang, the energy.
Everything just went away.
It just shifted. They coming in with the negative. It's like, you know that as soon as they open their mouth, it's gonna be something negative. You like, I was having a good and bright and sun. I got sunshine on this cloudy day.
And here you come.
And here you come with this bull junkie. Toxic people. Sometimes, listen, they used to be, we just coming up with the toxic term. We used to call them damaged. You know, they used to be damaged people.
Debbie Downers.
Listen, and I'm talking about, when I talk about toxic or damaged, I'm referring to their emotional and their mental state, their energy. They vibrating like you vibrating up here, and they just
on the floor. A toxic person on the floor. They ain't even no in between for them.
They just like, it's just crazy. So it's like, when you think of toxic, what do you consider toxic? A toxic person? Like, what do you consider a toxic person?
I just feel like somebody who always got something negative to say. Nothing you say or do is positive. You tell them you want to do something. I want to have a candle business. No, you shouldn't do that. Ain't nobody gonna buy your stupid candles anyway. It's like, you just bring people down. You pulling them down. Your life ain't right. You miserable. Everybody cheating on you. Your mama and your daddy don't love you. Your kids can't stand you. Just miserable. And you want everybody else around you to be miserable. So you bring toxicity. Did I say that right?
Yes, it is.
You bring it everywhere you go. It's the rotten apple that want
rotten.
The apples to be rotten with them.
And it's just like, they're just that. Like, they are draining.
Yes.
They drain all the life out of you, all
energy.
the vision, all the positivity. If you would think, like,
I dealt with that before.
They just, so everything is negative. They find fault in everything and everybody.
And the funny thing is their demeanor doesn't have to be angry. They can have a smile on their face to be the happiest person. Seemingly. But just like waiting to touch something and turn it black.
Just wait. It's just like, well, you know, such and such, she really doing good for herself. You know, she done got all her kids. They done graduated and they doing this. Yeah. But she had all them kids to begin with. So is that something really to be proud of? Or he just got out of jail. You know, he doing good. He done started his trucking business.
He
still got a record. He still was a statistic.
It ain't gonna last that long.
He'll be back in jail.
He'll be back in jail.
Like, wait a minute, like what?
You ain't gonna even give them a light of hope.
Like, where is the hope? Like, there is fault. There's negativity in everything and everybody.
I hate my job,
but them.
I hate my dog. I hate the sky.
But they haven't done anything, but there's no negativity in them. Listen, the same, you could have 12 people that done had the same situation that they in. You can point out their flaws, but ain't nothing wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
You listen, anybody that don't feel like they have anything wrong with them, please run, because they are not self-aware. They are not aware of themselves and all of the crap. It's just like, it's so much. And the sign, it's just like, there are signs that a person is toxic. But we got Cedric, he's saying, I'll be honest, 75% of the time, it's us men who are insecure and toxic. Cedric, you about to get some, get them started.
That's a high number.
Cedric said, it's 75% of us, it's the men who are secure. And you know what? Toxic. And they put it, it's just like their perception of whatever reality is, they project that off on other people. Yes. And I'm just like, wait, if that's your distorted view of how things go, then that's fine. But
even expectations can be toxic. Like you having certain expectations for your partner because this is the expectation that you want, or you just set up here and dreamed your whole life. And because this person ain't meeting that expectation, you putting them down. You ain't what I want. You ain't doing this and you ain't doing that. But that's your expectation of me. Why do I have to meet your expectation?
And it's just like, so it's like when you when a person is toxic, it's just like, okay, and it takes the other person. Listen, some of these people have some deep rooted issues that sometimes this ish can take you by surprise, especially if you've never dealt with a person that just has like all these toxic characteristics, or they're damaged. A lot of times, like Cedric said, they're insecure or they've been hurt. And a lot of times us as women, we're nurturers. So we feel like we're going to be able to love them through it. We can love out the toxic craziness that these dudes are going through. Or and sometimes me and you all feel the same way. You feel like, you can love away her toxic daddy issues or his toxic mommy issues. But sometimes folks' issues are so deep that you got to let these folks go and save yourself. You got to save yourself, because if you don't, then they gonna have you like that. They gonna have you no longer seeing sunshine, even if it's a cloudy day.
Yes.
Their views and the way that they listen,
because that's an energy transfer.
they will suck the life, literally out of you. They will suck the positivity out of you because of, like, it's that toxic stuff is contagious.
Lady Lotus dealt with it.
It's contagious.
I dealt with it and I noticed it. I paid attention to it. And it's like, man, you starting to suck the life out of me. Like, I'm one of them people that look, my friends can't stand me. Y'all know I talk to everybody. I speak to everybody. And it's just like, I'm walking out of the door and it's just like, ugh. And sometimes you don't even pay attention that it's the person right next to you that you with. And we didn't live together, but it was this person's negativity from their own life being put off on me because I'm a social butterfly. And either that person was jealous of it or didn't like it. You got too many friends on Facebook. You're doing this too much. Why your pants look like this? Why this look like this? Why that look like this? And they do it in a way where it don't even have, you got to think like, is this person like attacking me, or is this just how they feel? And it took me a minute, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, you're changing me. You dimming my light, and I don't like my light dimmed. Don't dim my light because you can't handle it. Like this right here, what I'm doing now. Oh, he would 100% not been for this. I gotta share you with all those people calling in. You supposed to just be for me, like.
And it's so crazy because you said something, Lady Lotus. People can be jealous of your energy. They can be jealous of the way other people love you because they never received that. So it's just like,
and that's what it was.
To see other people love you like that, now they have to attack at your character and make it seem like it's something wrong with you so that you can feel like you're less than because they feel less than, or because people don't gravitate to them like that. But people don't gravitate to you because you're mean. You just a nasty spirit. Like, your spirit is nasty. You say nasty, mean things. And it's just like, people don't want to be bothered with that. Yeah. So that's definitely a toxic thing. But here are a few more things that tells a person, that is an example of a person that is toxic. And now listen, toxic people are not only in relationships or mates or partners. Listen, some folk got toxic family. Your mama toxic, your daddy toxic, your kids toxic. Listen, some of y'all so toxic, y'all got the dog toxic. Listen, Choo Choo used to be a nice little teacup. Now Choo Choo think that she a pit. Listen, that's the whole vibe up in the house. Listen, your canary used to sing. Now your canary only respond to violent rap lyrics. You listen, your whole energy is just off. If you got the energy to change the nature of your teacup dog and your singing canary, listen, just shut the whole game down. Just, it's you. It ain't nobody else.
I'm upset by people at work like that. They're just like, rah, 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 curse it. And I started finding myself, I'm like, look, and I end up getting set between two of them. Y'all got to move me. Because now I'm over here cursing. Now I'm slamming the phone down. Now, we not doing this.
See, I call them unfamiliar spirits. I'm so good for call. Listen, I'm like, listen here, you spirit. What you not finna do is sit up here and get on my last good nerve. But here are a few signs that you are just in the presence or you're dealing with a toxic person. First of all, they have trust issues. Somebody is always cheating on them in their opinion, or they are constantly doing something wrong. So the person that they with, they always doing something wrong. They cheating. Listen, all these people on your Facebook, you must got somebody new. Everybody saying something. Yeah, it's because what you got on. That's the only reason why they support you, or that's the only reason why they want to talk to you. All along, you the one that's out cheating and doing something else, but you want to tear the other person down because it's what you out there doing. Low self-esteem. It don't matter how much material stuff you have, a person has. You can have the money, the cars, the clothes, the social status. You can have all of that, and your self-esteem still be low. Understand that, beloved. They always need somebody to validate them, or they go through extreme measures to get attention, or they're always tearing other folks down. When a person has low self-esteem, they are always critical of other people. You got to watch it, because this comes in the form as of friends, people that you mate, spouses, family. Listen, folks will tell you, oh, well, you got your little business, your little talk show. You got your little this. Oh, you doing your little coin business, or you doing your little corn business, or you doing your little painting job, and it's always little. Or they always, it's always something.
Well, they got to bring up the opposite of your business of a name brand place.
Yeah, to be honest, I think that they better than you. I mean, like they just, I'm like, okay, well, thank you.
They price is cheaper than yours.
Thank you. Thank you, friend. Like, okay, well, just tell me how it really is, But again, they can sit there and critique everything that you're doing and everything that you're not doing. Meanwhile, what are you doing? What are you doing to make you happy? What are you doing to flourish? Nothing. They don't see the good or positive and nothing nobody else is doing. It's everything that you say is always an attack. It's an attack. And them tongues, baby, some of these folks, they mouths.
Be careful with them, because they speaking things onto you. Words are powerful.
And just so much. It's just like, you be like, well, dig. It's like when you thinking about it from a friend, you're like, well, dig. Did you ever even like me? Like,
why are you even around me?
Right. I'm just like, you feel like that. Like, well, doggone it. What is, like, I don't understand. And it's kind of, just to kind of deviate a little bit off the topic, it just reminds me, it's like when you dealing with people like this, it's like the young lady that went away with all these supposed to be friends and they killed her over him.
Yes.
You got to be careful when people like, you got to be careful.
The toxic doesn't have to come off as negative as well. A person that's jealous. A person that's using you. Because late Elizabeth a lot, but you can have a person who's using you for your energy, for your time. They only around you because of whatever you can do for them. Mm-hmm. That's toxic to me.
Very.
Because you're not really being a friend to me. You don't talk to me, but I'm talking to you. I'm telling you my business, but you don't tell me your business. When your birthday come around, I'm doing everything for you, but when my birthday come around, you ain't nowhere to be found. That's toxic to me as well.
And then you have the people that are emotionally unstable.
You unstable creature.
Oh, Lord. It's like they're never happy. I'm like, it's Groundhog's Day. Are you happy?
No.
It's just another day. It's the first day of spring. It's just another day.
He said they ain't your friend. They your Cabo 6.
Man, Cedric. Now you gotta tell me what that is.
Yeah, I need to know what's the combo 6.
Now you breaking down these. That's how I end up getting that root put on me back in the day. Y'all saying all this stuff. I'm like, my stomach. I get home, my stomach start hurting. Cedric, I'm gonna blame you. But they always talk about how every ex has done them wrong. Ain't nobody, all men ain't nothing, all women ain't nothing. Like, you got a problem with everybody. You done had a problem with everybody.
There's something wrong with
they can never see they fault. It's like you ain't did nothing nothing wrong. Now clearly I done been around you, so I done seen what you're doing, but you're not gonna take ownership of nothing. I'm like, all right,
narcissist.
I see it. I see it. I see what it is. I see what. Listen, they don't need nothing from. They don't need nothing from you, but you ain't never doing nothing for them. Well, what do you need me to do? What can I don't need nobody to do nothing for me. But then you ain't never did nothing for me.
You don't want me to do nothing for you.
You just said you don't. There's nothing. I don't need to do nothing for me. I got it. Okay, well then, why? If I can't do anything for you, or you don't need me to do anything,
make it
like what do we like? Sense. What is the deal? When you dealing with people like that, guys, it don't matter if they family, supposed to be friends, run. You have to save yourself. You have to save yourself because, guys, life is too short. Your energy is too precious for you to allow people to drain your positive energy because of what they perceive in the issues that they have. Listen, sometimes you just have to refer folks and tell them they need to go and sit on somebody's couch and talk to them. Let these folks help you figure out what's going on and why you have so many issues, why all this stuff is going on up here. Because, sometimes the screws come loose. Listen, even in your furniture, every now and again, you got to tighten that screw up on the back of the chair or up underneath the table. That don't mean you throw it away. You just got to tighten the screw up. If you got to tighten the screw up in your furniture every now and again, why don't you have to tighten the screws up here in your mind?
For some of y'all who don't get that, you might have to update your own software.
Yes.
I
like that.
Update your software. We got to update all this stuff. Update your software.
So let the doctors help you out. Go talk to listen. Now, I know we like to talk to our friends and stuff, but you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Some of us are far beyond talking to our friends. We need a professional that got a prescription pad, okay?
Yes.
Some of us just need a professional with a prescription pad. That's what we going to need. We passed the friends point, and that's okay. You passed the friends point. But the point is, we have to stop being afraid to talk to somebody. We have to listen. We got that bad in our community, not wanting to address and acknowledge that we have mental issues that are running rampant through our communities. We do. We all need somebody to talk to professionally once in a while. Now, listen, some of us a little bit more often than others. But it's okay.
It is.
Listen, because I done already told Dr. Shawinski, you want to see me 15 times, I'm only coming 3 times. Now, I done told you how many times I'm coming. So listen, you get like that's into their style. I feel like they're gonna bring that white jacket. Then I'm gonna stop playing with Dr. Shawinski. I'm like, all right, you say who? You say 15 times. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go. Now this is all outpatient, right? Because if I don't do the outpatient, then you say I'm gonna do 3 days up in the imp. All right, okay. So you can schedule me for every Mondays for the next 2 months, and I'm 2-3 months. I'm gonna be here
on time.
Now you say you validate. No, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and Uber down here because So you say if I make all of them, we ain't gonna. Cause see now you talking about some 3 days up, and I ain't trying to do all that. Okay, so if I can see you on an outpatient basis, But some of y'all, listen. You may need a weekend excursion. I'm just saying. You talk to them and let them know. But like I said, I told Dr. Shawinski.
Free Jello.
Okay. I told Dr. Shawinski what we're gonna, but they threatened to call the big gun. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to adhere to what they say. But guys, don't be afraid. We go to the dentist, we go to the physical, we go to see our primary care physicians. We go do all of that. We got to go see somebody that's going to help us to sort these things out up here as well.
And don't let them words scare you. Mental health and therapy.
Because we don't listen. We done been through some stuff. You need help.
We do. We all do. We
listen,
all need somebody to talk to.
Listen, I'm going to say my favorite word. Now, you can get offended if you want to. Some of us crazy. Listen, I know who my daddy was. Listen. So I know, Dr. Shawinski, I'm going to be there. You call me. Okay. I know I'm going to be there.
And real quick before we leave, because I just had to tell somebody this. Therapy is a coping mechanism. Therapy and your therapist helps you learn to cope with certain situations without breaking down, without crying, without having anxiety attacks. I just told a young lady, go to grief therapy. I don't want nobody telling me to get over it. That's not what they're doing. They're going to help you not get over it, but help you
deal with it and cope with it.
Deal with it. And we need help when we've been hurt so much and been through so much trauma. You need help learning to deal with that trauma, because as we get 30 plus, we got to get help learning to deal with these traumas, or we never going to have healthy relationships.
Because we pack it all up. So it's like even emotional and, physical love relationships. Yes. Sometimes you've been hurt and done wrong. So by so many people, you need to just take a time out and go talk to somebody so that you can unpack all of the years of hurt and pain that you went through, both men and women. Because sometimes folks can play with you so bad and hurt you so bad. You can't see straight on how to go forward in a healthy and positive manner. So we need it.
Yeah.
I'm an advocate for mental health. Listen, talk to somebody professional.
I will find one for men, but I know there's one. Oh, I'm gonna have them.
We're gonna drop some links in. We're gonna drop some links in here. So definitely, guys, want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. Now, while you at it, go right on to YouTube, like and subscribe our channel. Turn on that notification bell, ding, ding, ding. The J Spot Radio, and then right now, before you finish, TikTok. The J Spot. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.
Peace.
Good night, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for hitting the J Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.